Saying goodbye is never easy. But we never expected this one to be so hard.
It just goes to show. It's not about the destination.
Let's rewind. Seward, Alaska, the tiny Alaskan town we have called home for 2 winters. Honestly, we could call it home forever, if it weren't for the crazy project we're taking on. 2 continents, 32 countries, Alaska to Argentina. Alaska is just the start of the journey. Who knew the start would be so hard to leave? The orcas of Alaska's Kenai fjords come and go from the shores of Seward. They are travelers, yet also part of the community. For a brief period of time, we were the same. We've shared our Seward story in bits and pieces. You joined us for our first winter and experienced cabin life with us, tucked up on a hillside surrounded by the awe-inspiring Kenai Mountains. You saw those mountains in the summertime when we returned for the 4th of July and to watch the incredible spectacle that is the Mount Marathon race. You've joined us as we hiked to catch just a tiny glimpse of the Harding Icefield, who lurks high in the mountains just outside town. And you returned with us in the fall to visit Exit Glacier and see the land begin to change. You even joined us to take on that treacherous Mount Marathon trail ourselves. Then we spent a second winter in Seward, and we took you to experience some of the most remarkable pastimes of wintertime Alaska. Then we left as the seasons changed once more to go explore the Southeast, a region of Alaska we had yet to see. Now, we are back to say goodbye to Seward for good and to share some of the parts of this story that we held back until now. When we blazed up the Alaska Highway in a mad dash to beat the first snow, we just needed a place to land in Alaska. Anywhere. What are the chances that these 2 muralists just happened to end up in the mural capital of Alaska? Since 1999, the walls of Seward have been dashed and splashed with color, each one the work of many hands, from the master artist who designed it to the community volunteers who banded together to paint it. The Seward Mural Society is at the heart of this story, formed by local artists with the simple mission of fostering more public art in the community. Now, over 30 murals grace the public walls of Seward, and a walking tour connects them all. Each mural has a plaque listing the master artist and every community player who had a hand in bringing the mural to life. Have you ever connected immediately with a place? Like immediately felt at home? That's how it has been for us in Seward. We made friendships to last a lifetime, and all the memories that go along with that. Like the day our dear friend Mark finally convinced us to try cold dipping in the waters of Resurrection Bay.
That's a good one. Oh, yeah.
How was that one?
Good job.
Ooh, it's so cold.
And you know how it is. When you come across a place that knocks your socks off, you want to share it with your people. Over our second winter, we welcomed a lot of family and friends to come and experience the Alaskan winter.
Enough to fill it up?
No sé si lo puedo.
Salud!
And while it would certainly be special to welcome my side of the family here, I grew up in Wisconsin, where deep winter isn't such a novelty. But on Jose's side, this is almost everyone's first time seeing snow and experiencing a winter wonderland. That is really special. With so much of our Alaska experience centered around Seward, the mural capital of Alaska, we knew we couldn't leave without splashing our own little bit of color as well. Well, it's that awesome time again to get another mural in the works. And as always, we gotta start with getting the design from the computer onto the wall, or in this case, panels, which is what Jose Luis is doing right now.
I'm really excited to be painting a mural here in Seward. It's actually an honor for me to leave a little mark behind.
Each Seward mural is designed by a master artist, in this case Jose Luis. And then anyone and everyone from the community is welcome to paint and bring the mural to life. First moment of color.
I had a lot of fun designing this mural, and actually this is one of the few designs that I worked on where the ideas flow very easily to me. I'm sure that has a lot to do with the surrounding beauty of Seward. As an artist, you come here and you look around and you automatically get inspired because there's beauty everywhere you look. Oftentimes, trying to capture the beauty of Seward through video or photography doesn't do it justice. And I think when it comes to murals, that works to my advantage because instead of trying to replicate the beauty of this place, I'm just getting inspired by it. I'm hoping that the beauty of Seward will be reflected in this mural through the clean lines, the bright colors, and the simplicity of the design. When I first started brainstorming ideas for this mural, I really liked the idea of painting an orca because just like us, they are also travelers. They come and go from Restoration Bay the same way we have done with Seward through our time here in Alaska.
If you've been to Alaska, you know. There is something about this land that gets into your veins. And if you're an artist, it comes out through your work. You see that all across Seward in mural after mural after mural. Like the mural that commemorates Seward's next-door neighbor, one of America's most accessible rivers of ice, Exit Glacier. It was designed by a true Seward treasure, acclaimed Alaskan artist Bardarson, who is here today helping bring the orca to life.
The head's coming out. Middle piece.
On another day, Jay Leslie comes in to tackle that final detail work that always takes longer than anyone predicts. Just like Dot, Jay's work can be spotted across Seward. Jay is the artist behind the humpback whales overlooking Resurrection Bay, one of our personal favorites of all the murals in Seward. Once you know Jay's iconic style of interlocking hexagons, you begin to recognize his work across town. Indeed, Alaska sinks its hooks in deep. You even hear this from the kids. Over the past 2 winters, I did songwriting workshops with Seward Elementary and Seward Middle School. And you know what the kids wrote their songs about?
Pale shadows on the mountain, golden dawn through the trees, rivers flowing without end, and fields of fireweed, crisp, cool air of morning, wind whistling of the leaves, birds singing morning songs to the land and the sea. Life ain't that simple, fire moves in the wind, and the waves on the shore are like the turmoil within, like an arrow to the center in the wild I'm alive. This land of mine casts a spell, vibrant colors paint the sky. I choose what I do, I choose what I say. Wildfires burn within me, adventure and escape. Rising past the mountains and flying across the bay, like the flowing of the river and the dancing of the waves. I'm the dancing of the river and the flowing of the waves. I'm the dancing of the river and the flowing of the waves.
Here we go.
In the spring of 2024, we revived our old bus and hit the road to begin our final Alaskan adventures. I love you. Drive safe. It wasn't easy, knowing that our second winter in Seward had come to a close.
This has been a really special place. There's some poetry in it too, though, you know. For this to be the very beginning of the journey, and to get so attached to point A. It just goes to show. It's not about the destination. Sometimes it's about the very place you started at.
We headed out to visit Southeast Alaska, a region we never expected to have the opportunity to visit. We found there incredible beauty and adventures, a chapter we are so grateful for. And now we return to Seward one last time to say goodbye for good. And once again, we bring our family here, connecting our loved ones with the community that we found. On this crisp summer day, many of our nearest and dearest from town gather to send us off with a lot of laughter and love.
Down in easy chair, Yoko Ono style. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh no! Ah! I'm not joking. Roger McGuinn.
I did not.
I want to hear Cora try to harmonize that.
You gotta hear it. I mean, like I said, you can't unhear that.
As we hang, play music, and reminisce on the mountainside, down below, anglers fish for sockeye salmon where the Resurrection River meets the sea. It calls to mind the other song written by Seward's children, also an ode to the land and to the ocean. An ocean we take our family to see, because that is when one truly begins to understand the raw power and beauty of this place.
Out where the trees grow tall, that's where I find myself. A lake in the forest, and nobody else. I can smell the flowers in the vine, I can feel the warm sunshine, the sound of the waves crash on the shoreline. Gotta feel the wind in your hair, gotta feel the mud in your toes. We all need time with friends, and we all need time alone. I am reaching for the stars, there's a fire in my eyes. It's a beautiful day, and it makes me feel alive.
They say when you see Earth from the air, it gives you a whole new perspective. We've called Seward our home base for almost 2 years now. We've swam in its waters. We've fished its shores. We've hiked alongside its glaciers. And we've caught just that tiny glimpse of the massive ice field that looms just over the peaks surrounding town. We cannot leave without seeing it full on in all its glory.
As soon as we saw the ocean, we knew what we had begun, defying our own emotion, pretending land was our own. We couldn't embrace the notion that we were meant for something more, something beautiful, something beautiful. At this moment, it's time to tell where we should go. But how can I be sure? Can we change it? The truth about our common soul. To say we know it's real, something to put belief in. As soon as we saw the ocean, we knew what we had become, defying our own emotions, pretending land was our home. We couldn't embrace the notion that we were meant for something more, something beautiful, something beautiful.
Perhaps now you can understand why two artists with a serious case of wanderlust and an epic journey ahead could be so deeply tempted to just stay put. But the thing is, Seward and Alaska aren't going anywhere. but time is. We feel a bond here, but we are also still travelers, just like the orcas. Our Orca mural will now live on in Seward. It is our little mark, our little splash of color, saying, for just a brief period of time, we were here. We lived, we connected, we participated. We were welcomed into the fabric, and now this community will forever sit at the heart of our 2 years in the last frontier. And now, it's truly time to say goodbye.
We are leaving Seward today, leaving from the very spot that we first arrived at.
We live in this town with amazing memories, great friendships. So now it's time to continue the adventure. So let's get back on the road.
Let's hit the road.
This is it. This is our last time driving away from Seward. We know we'll be back one day to visit, but not with the Art We There Yet project, and not with this bus. That chapter has now finished here in Seward, and it is certainly bittersweet. Our time in Alaska is almost up. There are just 2 items of unfinished business here on the last frontier. The first is a place that has called to us for some time, but the stars never aligned to make it happen. Now, stars or no stars, we are doing it, because we simply cannot miss the place we are taking you next time on Art We There Yet.
Hey guys, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give us a like.
Subscribe to our channel.
Send us a comment below, and for exclusive content and a behind-the-scenes view of the Art We There Yet journey,
Join us on Patreon.
see you over on Patreon.